seconds and counting. Team.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another Clutch Entertainment video. It's your boy Big E here, and believe it or not, this is a Rockets video. I mean, taking a bit of a break from the Texans content here. I can talk about the Texans rookie class all day, every day, but we kind of do have to take a look here at James Harden and address, talk about these rumors that James Harden potentially wants to come back in Houston. So, first of all, looking at James Harden, I mean, after what he did last night in Game 7, it's tough to, want him back. I get it if you're on the side that does not want him back anymore, especially on a max contract. We'll get to the contract part later, but you do have to realize that James Harden isn't coming here to win a ring. If he's coming here, he should know that it's over for him. The ring dream is more than likely over unless he can keep up with the league and us getting a lot of vets and Jalen Green, Jabari taking huge leaps forward and becoming much better players. But as of right now, if James Harden were to come back to Houston, it would be more of a Chris Paul on the Thunder type of role, as he's gonna have to be the leader, the main facilitator on offense, and take a step back on the shooting. Realize that this team is not competing for a ring anytime soon, at least in the next 2 years, and that's probably the last that Harden can give you. I guess he can give you maybe 1 or 2 more years of actual competition, but if he does want to come back home and call it there, go back to where he's comfortable and just mentor these young guys, then I'm all ears. And here's a bit on why. I mean, James Harden led the league in assists this year. We have been complaining all season about us wanting a point guard, a real point guard. As much as I love Kevin Porter Jr., he's one of my favorite players on the team. He's probably my favorite player other than Jalen Green. But you do have to understand KPJ, he's more of a scorer than a point guard and a pass first point guard. And with the team we do have, we do need someone like James Harden, that is a pass first point guard, and he can set his teammates up and create looks for other guys. And I mean, Jalen Green, very good off ball, and you need a point guard that can work with him. Jabari Smith, can you imagine the looks Jabari would be getting with James Harden's passing creation, James Harden's gravity, and then you gotta add Jalen Green's gravity, who's gonna even take a big leap in year 3. And Jabari's gonna start getting way more open looks. We're gonna have a much better offense under Ime Udoka. But with that being said, other than that, you can take a look at James Harden was 5th in potential assists this season with 14.3, and that goes to show you that he not only is he averaging 10.7, he could be averaging 14, which is insanely crazy. And considering that our team isn't really the best, I do expect that number to go down, but I also wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't. I wouldn't be surprised if he comes to Houston and averages 9-10 assists again, just because of the way this team is built. This team is built around a player that plays off ball, an off ball scorer, and Jalen Green, a catch and shoot 3-point shooter at the 4, and you have Sengun, who can kind of be that secondary playmaker when Harden needs to take a rest from playmaking, or when Harden goes to the bench. And then you have your 3, which is still an undecided position if you're team Tari Eason at 3 or team KJ Martin at 3. But either way, both Tari and KJ both would benefit from having someone like James Harden. And then other than what he brings on the court, what he brings on the off court is where a lot of people are questioning this. He's known for partying. He's known for going to Vegas right before the playoff series even started. And I don't want that on going down onto our players. I don't want Jalen Green to start becoming a bit laid back, and or Kevin Porter Jr. being laid back now that James Harden is there. But I do expect that if he knows that he's coming in to become a leader, he's gonna become a leader, because he has that experience. He's never missed the playoffs in his career. He played in the postseason a lot. He has a finals appearance. He knows what it's like to go through a big injury. He knows what it's like to lose in the conference finals and how much that sucks, especially as a player. And you know, the only problem, big problem I have here that I can't really argue against is his contract. If he's coming here asking for a 4 year max, I'm shaking his hand. I'm telling him, man, you can go find another team. Yeah, you shouldn't be coming here on a 4 year max. But if he's willing to, sign a 2 year, a bit of a team friendly deal, not very low but not very high, something like 30 million for 2 years, 35 for 2 years, I would not mind that at all. He can, like I said, he can give you 2 good years. He can give you 2 years where he's still good. He's still playing. He's obviously lost the bounce that he used to have. He's lost, a lot of his driving ability. But a 2 year, 35, so, 35 per year on 2 years is something I would be interested in. And, I'm very, very interested in the Harden return to Houston. At first, I wasn't because I was like, yeah, we're going to give him a 4 year max. But now that what I've seen him do in Game 7, I feel like his value has gone down, and he doesn't have that type of leverage to ask for a 4 year max contract. So I could see us bringing him back now, especially going on to the fact that he can sign a much better deal than a 4 year max, because when you have a 4 year max and you have to pay Jalen Green in 2 years and you have to pay Jabari Smith in 2 years, in 3 years, sorry, and you have that Harden contract on your books, it's gonna be hard to work it out. But other than that, I really want to see him back. He's the facilitator that we need. He's the best point guard in the league, pure point guard, just passing, driving and kicking, creating open looks, uh, you know, dishing out screens and assists off that, running the pick and roll. And I feel like not only would KPJ learn a lot from him, but also Sengun could learn a lot from him on how to read defenses and how to anticipate the player cutting, how to, know where the defender is gonna go, and just stuff like that. I feel like he can be a very, very good mentor for this team. But again, it all comes down to that contract. If it's rumored, if the rumor comes out that he's seeking a 4 year max, I really hope Rafael Stone doesn't give it to him, just because I do not want that contract on my books, because you cannot get out of that contract. 2 years in, he's going to start declining. He has his injury issues. And then, you can't really trade him for anything. You're going to have to give up a pick probably in like when Harden's 36 and he's going to be asking, for max money. So, yeah, with that being said, Harden, I'd love to have him here. Very good player that can, boost up and lift the other guys around him. He's a very good floor raiser. But that contract is a big, big question mark for me. So, with that being said, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what contract you would give to James Harden if you were the Rockets GM. And yeah, see you all in the next video.